lane. He's in left lane riding some lady's like bar none up against her bumper. And she pulls off, and I hear him revving his engine.
So, there was this woman driving on the road, and some car came up real close to her, revved its engine, and then took off. It was pretty intense.
So then I get in the left lane to pass the person in front of me. And as soon as I get in the left lane, he just passes me in the center lane. Barrels it.
She was like, I ain't about to get beat, so I'm gonna pass this car in front of me.
Okay. So then I light him up, and then he's not stopping. I can't smell anything, but... Okay.
But then that same car was like, nah, I'm not having it, and zoomed past her in the middle lane.
Plastic, some sort. Oh yeah. Sounds good.
She flicked on her emergency lights, but the driver wasn't keen on stopping.
No passing lane?
Okay. Alright, I'll go talk to him.
The lady didn't smell anything weird, but she did catch on that the driver was acting a bit odd. She walked up to the driver's window and started chatting with him.
How's it going? You okay?
She was kind of worried about her safety, so she asked the driver if he had any proof that his car was insured. He told her that he didn't.
Having weapons in the vehicle at all? No? Okay. Anything to drink at all tonight? No? Why are you driving so erratic?
When she saw that the driver didn't have insurance, she asked who his insurance company was, but he said he didn't have any.
You know, just slow. I was just frustrated, and then that's it.
Okay. Alright.
No, I don't.
Who is your insurance through at all?
I don't have any.
No?
Because the driver wasn't helping, she asked him to roll down his window more so they could talk better, but he refused. She told him to stay where he was and called for help while she tried to find out who owned the car.
What? Okay.
The officer called out to the driver and told him to get out of the car so they could talk. Because he was curious about what was going on, the officer asked the driver for help.
Hey, Torque, can you step out of the car for me?
The driver got out of the car and said he had something to say. The officer thought he needed more information, so he asked the driver to walk to the front of their patrol car.
So, I haven't read the report yet, but it sounds like, do you have a domestic injunction against...
Oh, sorry.
How about you just put your hands on top of your head, and I'll pat you down. How about that? Let's just do that.
Even though the officer didn't know much, he did say that the driver might have been involved in a domestic injunction.
Injunction? Yeah, I do. I got my ex.
Okay.
Sarah. Yeah, I don't come here.
Okay.
Yeah.
The officer apologized for being rude and then told the driver to put his hands on top of his head.
Nope.
No, anything like that?
Nope.
Okay. Why would she call in saying you did have contact with her?
I did not talk to her. Haven't seen her. Nothing at all.
Okay.
They said that the problem should be solved peacefully and that there should be more talk about the domestic injunction.
System flag that she reported that you did have contact with her, so I'm gonna have to read the report and we can talk about it.
Yeah, no, I don't talk to her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. When's the last time you had contact with her?
The driver said that his ex-girlfriend's name was Sarah, but he strongly denied having talked to her recently. He said they hadn't talked to each other or seen each other in about 5 days. When asked what Sarah's claim was about, the driver said he had never talked to her and had nothing to do with it.
Like I said, I'm not 100% sure on what the contact was, but
I don't.
We just have in our system flag that she reported that you did have contact with her, so I'm gonna have to read the report and we can talk about it.
Yeah, no, I don't.
The officer told Sarah that there was a flagged report in their system that showed Sarah had reported contact with the driver, but the officer had to look at the report to find out more information before they could talk about it further.
Release it here.
Yeah, no, I didn't. No contact whatsoever.
Alright. What have you been up to today?
I worked a little bit this morning, and then kind of been running around helping a guy get going. I'm hopefully getting into an apartment here soon.
Where's that at?
The driver said he wasn't sure about the reported contact, but he still denied it. He agreed to wait until the officer read the report so that they could talk about the situation in more detail. The officer asked the driver when he or she had last talked to Sarah before the recent events.
I was alert, she will scratch it, okay?
Yeah.
Is there any drugs, been any drugs in the vehicle in the past month, 2 months? Do you use drugs?
I don't know. My truck was stolen a month ago.
Did you report it?
It was in Vernon County. I was in jail, yeah.
And the driver said it had been more than a year. He also said that he was over that part of his life and didn't want to have anything to do with her again. The officer agreed with what he said, but said he needed to check the details and make sure that there wasn't a good reason to arrest him before he could leave the scene.
Go up to the top, the Red Cloud.
Where's Sarah
work at?
I don't know. Last time I knew, she worked at a accounting place.
Accounting place?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, Johnson Block.
The driver stuck to his position and said that he had never talked to Sarah. The officer asked the driver why he was near the old lacrosse footwear warehouse park and said that he had seen the man reading there more than once.
That picture that I posted, I took that a year ago.
Where was that taken at?
Um,
Remember, I might know things that I'm just seeing if you're telling the truth.
It was
The officer asked the driver why he chose that spot because he wanted to know why he wanted to read there. The driver said he thought it was a nice, quiet place.
Cool.
Ouch.
Cool. You're good.
Hey, make that.
What?
The person does what the officer says, which is to face the patrol car and let the officer search them. The officer looks under the seat and finds a pipe between the center console and the rail where the right hand would be. The officer also finds a phone. The person confirms that it is the Samsung phone they asked for. During the search, the person asked the officer to call someone so they could take care of their truck. They gave the officer a name of someone to call. They then said the truck is parked near the American Restaurant by KFC, the Quality Inn, and the highway.
Look at that.
Jump baggie?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a bunch of jump baggies in here, but they weren't. Wasn't anything in them.
Just a little bit. Jim bag.
The officer makes the call and gets in touch with Elsie Graham, who was asked for. They tell Elsie that the person has been stopped and needs a driver with a valid license to come get their truck. The person gives the officer more information about where the truck is and thanks the officer for calling. When Elsie gets there, the officer looks at their ID to make sure they have a valid license. The officer tells Elsie how nice her shoes are. After Elsie's ID is checked, the keys to the truck are given to them and the person is relieved that a licensed person will be able to handle the situation.